What's the worst movie you've ever seen? Cats the movie. Holmes and Waston. Spur of the moment, let's go see this at the cinema. John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell, so will be good crack. No crack. No crack at all. Only time I've ever walked out a film. Normally even if a film's bad you stick through it just to see what happens. I just sat there and thought I honest couldn't give a fuck. What makes it even worse is having Steve Coogan and Rob Brydon in it. You couldn't get two more perfect people to play a comedic Holmes and Watson. Probably Eragon. It was so obvious the scriptwriters either didn't know the books at all, or just didn't care. Worst. Avatar. The Last Airbender by Shyamalan. Dragon Ball Evolution. The Happening. Definitely it was Cats. I was in so much shock at how terrible it was, my body was paralyzed and I couldn't will myself to leave or turn away from the screen. My tense body kept pushing itself away from the screen in my seat and my face grimacing. It felt like torture. The two ladies in the cinema that seemed to really want to see the film actually left a third of the way through, which I envied. All of the Transformers movies except for the first one. The first one had that childhood novelty and freshness to it. Don't get me wrong, even that one wasn't even great. I think at best it's okay. But all of the sequels were dumpster fires that had more and more gasoline poured onto them. Also, that more recent Fantastic Four movie was pretty terribad. The one before it was okay. Beyond Skyline. Shockingly bad. Matrix 4. Wonder Woman 84. How do you mess that up so badly? Giggly. Anything with Steven Seagal. Movie 43. Nearly in tears at the price of the ticket to how terrible it was and the waste of 2 hours. I just saw the cast listing and was duped to go and see it. I was once dragged to the third 50 Shades movie. No offense to the people behind it. But I think I rather write book reports on second-grade essays on what they did over the summer than watch that gleaming trash dump. Easy. That version of Cinderella with Camila Cabello. Cats was pretty awful too. The Emoji Movie. Some of these responses are just people trying to be edgy. In reality, I used to watch a lot of Sci-Fi Channel before it became Sci-Fi, and I watched a lot of IFC. And I think the worst movie I ever saw was some knockoff Thor movie where he fights werewolves. The Velocipastor. Summary. After losing his parents, a priest travels to China, where he inherits a mysterious ability that allows him to turn into a dinosaur. At first horrified by this new power, a hooker convinces him to use it to fight crime and ninjas. With such an awesome premise, how could it have been a bad movie? Ultraviolet. Emoji Movie. Whatever the hell, Giver, was. Hate ya movies in general, but that one is probably even worse than Divergent. Shitty story. Shitty character. Shitty world building. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. The Matrix Resurrections. Abraham Lincoln vs. Zombies. Epic movie. There are bad comedies. And then there's epic movie. Non-stop jokes from start to finish and literally zero of them land. The only possible explanation is that the filmmakers didn't understand humor as a construct. And maybe human emotion in general. Anchorman 2 sucked dick ass shit. Battlefield Earth. Wonder Woman 2 and any Hallmark movie. The Northman. Tedious drivel. Like a teenager attempting to rewrite Hamlet, but very, very badly. There were just so many things wrong with it. Main character is a dullard with the charisma of a piece of 2x4. Female love interest is a simpering idiot. Villains are pure pantomime and the whole thing is shot like a badly lit soap opera. I rolled my eyes so hard. I almost detached my optic nerve. Utterly pretentious bollocks and a waste of 2 hours of my precious life. Tusk. By Kevin Smith. Nauseated face, nauseated face, nauseated face. When I remember it, I still want to vomit. Catwoman with Halle Berry was so bad. That basketball scene was definitely something. Worst movie I would watch again. Poultrygeist. Night of the Chicken Dead. Worst movie I would not watch again. Human Centipede 2. I know it won an Oscar, but my goodness, Shape of Water was idiotic. Ad Astra. The Room, with Tommy Wiseau. It was so bad, it was actually good. 100% recommend. The Munsters. Any movie on the Hallmark Channel. I Know Who Killed Me. That last Star Wars movie. Not really a Star Wars person, but watch the movies to see what the talk is about, and ooh boy, what a cringy ride. 1/10. That was a hard push to get through. I watched a movie called Rubber about a killer car tire. It's so bad I couldn't finish it. Food fight. ~COVID zombies ~Corona zombies. At one point they were showing public domain footage from the 20s. Fateful Findings. Any Neil Breen movie. 2012 Doomsday. Not to be confused with 2012.